Supreme, beautiful rising, supreme rising, beautiful souls. Happy new day. This is the day that we have made as a collective consciousness, so we must be glad and rejoice in it. I just wanted to bring you guys to your attention that these X-class solar flares are coming through, and they have modified the atmosphere. This is what I was talking about yesterday here in South Florida. It is extremely cold, so I want you guys to begin to see the correlation between when the severe X-class solar flares come onto the planet, what they do to modify the atmosphere. Hi, Mr. Overett. Hi, Naya. Hi, Nick79. Lady Jenna Lynn. BBTHE, how y'all doing? Hi, Mama. Hi, T-Love. How y'all doing? Supreme beautiful rising, everybody. I just wanted to really bring to you guys' attention. I don't know where you guys are in the continental United States, but I want you guys to see the correlation between the X-flash solar flares that are actively commencing on a constant basis. So what you'll notice is that it operates at night, and during the day it gets back hot. It's gonna get back hot during the day, but it's operating at night to cool down the planet at night. But immediately it's going to warm up. So I want you guys to see the correlation with that. All right. And you guys, I apologize for not being able to come on live in the evening time. It's just that I'm taking a break, an energetic break, from, being engaged, with many different energies, because sometimes it's draining. But I just want to let you know that I'm still on the block, and I still have a lot that I want to talk to you guys about, particularly understanding what is actually transpiring in a simplistic form. And I think understanding it from a simplistic sense of understanding help us, better get ourselves better suited, for what it is that we truly want to express. You know what I'm saying? I know that there's a lot of, shit that's going on out here. And what I'm, coming to the conclusion when I see it, it's just like a boil or a pimple, right? And I think all of these emotions and everybody's way or everybody's cultivation is just coming up to a head to be, be expelled. So you know how you have a pimple with pus in it, or a boil with pus in it, and it festers and it comes to a head to burst. I think that's what's happening right now with all of the multitude of many different things that are going on. But I think ultimately, what's happening with these energies is just pushing everything together. The air smells. They just paused alive. The air smell different. Yeah, I think psychologically, every time I go outside, I automatically kind of shut down my senses. Well, it's because I don't like smelling stuff. I don't like, and so I didn't even pay no attention to see whether or not if the quality of air smells, what the quality of air smells like. But I immediately noticed the difference when I woke up this rising, and I said it's cold outside. I knew that it was cold outside before I even went outside. So I just want you guys to watch it. Now that I have brought it to you guys' attention, I want you to see, if you guys keep up with the coronal mass ejections, then you'll be able to see the correlations between the severe coronal mass injections, and then what they do to counteract the energies from those ejections. But it's not going to stop anything. It's not going to stop anything, because the power that comes energetically through those injections, it's not going to stop anything. It's not what I mean by stop. It's not going to stop the connectional value to your genetics. It's not going to. It's still going to cultivate it. So the thing of it is that it's either going to quote unquote heat from the way that it's either going to heat from the inside, or it's going to become feverish from the from the outside, it's either going to hit from the outside or it's going to become feverish from the inside. And to give you an example of that, it's like when your body, gets sick or something like that, from the inside, you get a fever, you get an internal fever. So we are that internal fever, right? So even though they're trying to circumvent it from the outside, the energies are still going to activate us. So we are going to be that fever on the inside. So it's not going to stop. And I just wanted to give you guys a visual of what is actually taking place, right? So it's either going to get it done it's either going to get done from the outside, or it's going to get done from the inside. Because as we get these codes, we raise in frequency, right? And so then our frequency raise is going to be like a fever around Martin Luther King. It gets this way. Listen, I'm here to tell you something different. I'm not on the systematical things, because that's the hell consciousness. That's what the hell consciousness wants you to believe. Okay? I'm not going with any type of similarities to the hell consciousness. So that's the hell consciousness speaking right there. Okay? And I call it the hell consciousness because that's what it really is. I went on I did a little reel yesterday. Let me see if I can get over. If they'll let me get over. I don't want nobody to really make no correlations with anything that is propagated by the hell consciousness, right? Just know that the cold weather is not normal. That's not normal. Okay, that is not normal. So even though it gets cold around Martin Luther King Day or whatever the case may be, that's not normal. Cold weather, it's not normal. That is not the normal homeostasis of the planet. Right? That is not the normal equilibrium of the planet. Okay? So, I mean, I get what you're saying and everything. Hey, fam, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Just getting to work. What time is it? I got 44. I got 54. I got 10 minutes with you guys. So, I'm going to try to make it quick. Yes, Mr. Over, it is the hell consciousness. That's exactly what it is, the hell consciousness. We have been living in, expressing the hell consciousness. And you can see it amongst each other, how we interact and different things of that nature. We still engage with each other in the essence of the hell consciousness, right? Good. I'm so glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. And I did the Adam and Eve analogy. You always called it that? Yes, it is. It's literally the hell consciousness. That's what it is. That's what it is, the hell consciousness. And you can see everything that has been in this consciousness, the murder, the child pedophilia, the greed, all of these things that has been propagated more. Not to say that, that's what's been propagated more. We are loving beings, but you have to realize that, we've been told that, these things are more often than it is. But nevertheless, it's a propagation of the hell consciousness. So therefore, we mimic those energies and vibrations, and we take it for literal. We take it for truth. And so therefore, it becomes the dominant expression. So it's actually, it's the dominant expression. So I don't move anywhere. I don't move no longer in the hell consciousness. This is the hell consciousness, right? This is the consciousness of the dead. Okay. It has many names, but this is the consciousness of the dead. This is the hell consciousness. As I was explaining yesterday regarding to the Adam and Eve analogy, the truth in the lie, right? The truth, in the lie is that, yes, the Adam and Eve story is very true, but it's metaphysical in nature, right? The metaphysical properties of the Adam and Eve is the reason why the Adam came before the Eve, not to negate that Adam created Eve, right? But in essence, Adam came before Eve because of the dissension of the Adam, right? And the de-evolution of the Adam, right? So that is the where the Adam becomes the Eve to create this whole, facade that we've been, approving for very long, to keep ourselves in a de-evolutionary state of existence or expression, right? So when we believed in the Adam and Eve story, we were in essence believing that it was okay for the de-evolution of the Adam, right? That is why the Adam came before the Eve. But in actual reality, in the essential value of the Adam is the evolution of the Adam. So this is what we're going back now. Our atoms are now evolving or ascending back into its higher state of being and higher state of consciousness, right? Or a higher state of energetic value. So the evolution now is becoming before the Adam now. Whereas in the descensional value, the Adam became before the Eve. It was never about the Adam. And when they say the rib, they pulled the rib, that's the ribosome. That was the ribosome, which is the RNA, right? The RNA, ribosome, rib, which is the rib, right? They didn't lie, but it was, they manipulated the truth. So the ribosome is the RNA factor to the DNA. So the RNA is the messenger to the DNA. So this is how the information or the light codes or the angle codes, right, got the information to the DNA, right, to de-evolve or de-evolutionize our genome into a lower state of consciousness, right? So that is, it's all scientific, it's all allegorically expressed in the Bible, and we took it literally. But when you begin to understand that it's about the science of us, it's always been about the divine science and how it can be manipulated, then you will begin to understand all of these stories that we took literal and they were actually allegorical. It's synonymous to the science, the divine science of us. mRNA, right? Messenger RNA, right? It's always been the messenger RNA. It's a messenger. It's the angles of light, lower vibrational angles of light, to which what we call angels, right? But the degree of the light that they send to the genome, right? Because your genetics fire light. It's light. When you look, they know that it's light. They don't tell you that it's light, but it's light. So and it responds to light codes. that is why you have the messenger RNA, because of the light, the photon energy that goes into the atom and goes into the your DNA. It's all light. That's why you look at Jimmy Neutron and all of these things. They show you light. They show you electricity. They show you all of it. Just show you light. It's light. You understand? So I just, when you get to the science of understanding, I'm going to tell y'all something. If you get to the science of your divine self, you will understand all this shit. At the simplicity of it, you will get it. Because the stories and everything, they're good to hear. It's good to know the history. It's good to know about the ancestors and everything. But that is not what is fucking us up. That's not what's fucking us up. It's the science. It is a science. And for the life of me, I don't understand. If we understood the science, we would be able to make the correlation of why we so mad. We would be able to make the correlation why shit is not going the way that we would like for it to go. Just like Nikola Tesla said, you're not going to be able to understand what is going on until you understand the frequency, energy frequency and vibration. You will not get it. Because that is what is the now, right now. That I get the story, I get the ancestors, I get the understanding of the astrological value. All of those has its place. But what we're being attacked with is the science of us. And until we get that, we will never get it. We would never know why we're angry with each other. We would never know why we can't get along. We would never know why we're believing in shit that we're not even supposed to be believing in, because we don't believe in ourselves. We would never get it, because it's modification, manipulation through light codes. This is why they stay inoculating you. They cannot get nothing else into your genome unless they give you a vaccine. Manipulating the light, yes. That is why. And everybody is at each freaking other throat over asinine shit. But I'm here because I know that divinely, I'm getting the shit. I'm getting it. I understand. That's why I said I don't want the stories. I want the truth, right? I want the truth right now. That is what I become aligned with. And that is what I'm sharing with you guys. What is being bestowed upon me, right? Everybody is arguing over what? Pseudo what? What is pseudo? The pseudo factor is that you don't know the divine side of yourself, because you're so busy worrying about Thoth. You so busy worrying about Osiris and Thoth and all the rest of them, when these very characters are the very ones that does the same goddamn thing. It's genetic modification. It's light code, right? It's all about the light. And people, y'all, that's why I'm not in these lives no more with the asinine, the back and forth, everybody trying to prove like they know more than anybody. What about the right now? What about the right now? What is actually transpiring? Why you mad? Why you mad and you don't even know you mad, right? Why you walking around with a whole chip on your shoulder, right? And you don't even realize why you walking around the whole chip on your shoulder. It's because of manipulation in the freaking sky. Prince even told you, right? Prince tells you that they genetically modify the ecosystem, right? What do you think is happening to you as a receiver of light, right? What do you think? Until we begin to understand this about the sciences, we're going to be at each other's throat debating on who got the most energy, who got the most information. Hold on, y'all. This lady, I swear, I swear she do the stupidest shit when she parked so close to my car. Hey, fam.
Please, God.
How you doing?
Amazing. Off this stupid ass job, though.
I'm on a rant. I'm on a rant because, like,
I heard you.
Yeah, because it just, somebody come on here talking about it's like this time of the year all the time. Understand that this whole orchestration of it being like this all the time is not natural to the planet. It's not natural to the planet. It is right now. I just sat up here and said every time an X-class solar flare come onto the planet, it gets cold. I'm telling you all right, you don't believe what I'm saying. Start watching the corona mass injection on whatever social, not social media, but whatever website you can find it on, right?
Just watch the Weather Channel.
And right, and see the correlation between when we have these CMEs and then it gets cold. I'm sitting here telling you that it's not going to circumvent.
Actually, I'm going to give you a better way of looking at it, right? So, I live in New Jersey. I am 10 minutes from New York City, okay? I basically live in New York. So, it was 60 degrees the other day. Beautiful, right? Now, the day before that, it was sunny, 30-some degrees. It went up in temperature as it rained. Okay, for the next 3 days, it was 60, it was 58, and 55. And as they keep chemtrailing, then the temperatures go down and down and down. Literally, the temperatures have risen without the sun, which is unnatural.
The sun.
Okay? And so, we have had some of the warmest days in record consecutively ever in history. But yet, somehow, if you go on my page, I show you, they are chemtrailing the skies and then the temperature drops. They are creating a false sense of coldness. You understand? Because they have to terraform the planet in a way that they can be comfortable. We know that certain beings can't deal with the heat. That's just facts. And to get to your point, right, about all this Thoth and everything, who knowing the most shit. So last night, me and Heavy did a live about aliens, right? And conspiracy and Admiral Byrd. This is what you are supposed to take from conspiracies, right? Or any of these things. The pieces of the information that can apply to now. So like General Byrd, right? Admiral Byrd, he's one of these people that went to Antarctica. But the thing is, right, so let's just take all the conspiracies out. Let's take all the aliens out. Let's take all of the nonsensical things out. They went to Antarctica and found a landmass greater than the size of North America. That's North America and Canada. With enough coal, enough uranium, enough lithium, enough gold, enough oil, okay? To literally not control, but aid the planet in free power for over 500 years. Now, forget the conspiracies. Why wouldn't we know this? Why is there a treaty right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the only treaty that has never, ever, 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 ever been broken and will not be broken until the year 2034. No other treaty, no treaties with the Indians, no treaties with the indigenous, no treaties with the black man. But this is the only treaty because guess what? They would not be able to keep the narrative of scarcity. They would not be able to keep the narrative of the government going. You need the government to bring you your oil. You need the government to bring you your health. You need the government to bring you these things, as opposed to when it was in the power of a man, where a man could just go to the mountain, use the coal, use the uranium, and these things. So we have to get out of the Socian conspiratorial mindset and actually get into a scientific mindset and use these pasts to connect the future. Our ancestors always stayed to the past to see how the future was going to go. Not to be like, oh, Thoth, we worship you. Oh, I'm Thothian. None of those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Like deity Isis, right? She is back on the planet to embody that fucking thing. She's not running around trying to tell you all about ancient times. She's letting you know that there's an energy that's from the past that can be used here today. Perfect example. If we don't look at the past to change today, all we're going to do is be a bunch of niggas with information. This is why the European decided to let all this information out now, because they knew you are not in a position to do nothing other than debate it. You understand? They're going, all we're going to do is go back and forth, and, well, I'm a 9-ether being, and you're a melanated being, and you're a half this, and you're this.
That's crazy.
You understand? We didn't do nothing but turn it into Bloods and Crips. Exactly. I'm fucking I'm Nuwapian, and I'm 9-ether.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Good morning.
So, at what point do we take the past and see the future and let it guide us? It's not about who knows more information.
Yep, it's not. It's just
if that was the case, this is no exaggeration. I'm not trying to brag at all. I done forgot more shit in the last 10 years than y'all found out and since the pandemic happened, since y'all woke up in 2020. And I'm not even trying to go there with that.
I can't talk no more because I'm inside. But,
well,
I got it. But I love you guys.
Right?
I'm going to talk to you guys
later.
Girl. I love you later.